Hey guys, and welcome back to another Monday with Shark Fin Barber Edition. My name is Vinny, and today we are going to be talking about 3 different types of graduations with 4 different hand positions. We're going to explain the why behind each one, the proper hand position to get the desired outcome so that you can be consistent behind the chair and produce the hairstyles that your clients want every day. Hope this helps. Like, subscribe, comment, and enjoy. Hey guys, as described, we're going to be talking about 3 different types of graduations today with the desired outcomes and hand positions. We're going to be talking about a block graduation, cross graduation, and a vertical graduation. And right now we're going to start with block graduation. I have the mannequin head sectioned out in the parietal, separating again the top and the bottom. And in a block graduation, we're going to be building the most length and weight. This is going to create a full look, and it's also going to help me achieve a longer hairstyle on top. So anytime I know that I want to keep the hair longer, I might start with a block graduation, again to keep that shape real full in the parietal, transitioning to the top to help me keep the top as long as possible for the desired outcome of the haircut. So let me show you the hand position. In block graduation, we're going to be parallel to the floor, going wall to wall. So I'm going to pick up the hair. I'm going to be holding my fingers, again, wall to wall or parallel to the floor. Now, one thing you need to pay attention to is the elevation of the hair, and I'm going to show you that straight on with the mannequin head. You can think of this cut, we're going to be cutting low elevation. You can see the hair angle coming down, and I'm going to be cutting a stationary guide essentially when I make that cut. And again, it's going to produce the most length and weight and set up that transition area to keep the top long. So as I grab hair, I'm maintaining low elevation and cutting straight across. I'll show you that now. Again, you can see the hair at a low angle and my weight line right here. So with that, I know exactly where I'm going to be putting the length and weight. Anything below, I now have the ability to cut into that length and weight without changing it, to protect the top and for the desired outcome. So again, that's block graduation. The second one that I'm going to show you that has 2 hand positions is cross graduation. Cross graduation, we can do a diagonal back. I'll show you that. And we can do a diagonal forward. I'm going to show you those the best I can on this mannequin head and hair, as it's a little difficult to work with at times. But so we have diagonal back and diagonal forward. So hand position, we're going to be, as said, going diagonal. The reason we're going to be working backwards, we're actually shifting the weight, so we're slightly over directing the hair. We're maintaining length and weight, reducing the weight from a block graduation, and we're going to be shifting the weight and going backwards to produce directional cutting for someone that would want to wear the hair back. And again, we're shifting the weight so that the hair can flow backwards. Very nice. So diagonal back, diagonal forward. used for directional cutting if you know how the client's going to be wearing the hair for their style. We're controlling the weight by shifting it into the direction that we want to cut it. And then our fingers, we're going to be, again, holding at a diagonal. So I like to comb the hair in the direction that I'm going to be cutting. My comb matches the hair, my fingers match the comb, and then my shears match my fingers. Let's look at it head on. So unlike the block, the hair is going to be elevated higher, which is going to reduce the length and weight from the block graduation, but still maintain it because, again, the direction that I have it and how I'm cutting it, I'm shifting the weight in the direction that I want it to be. And then we just move back for section 2. One thing to pay attention to, your cutting angle, which would be how you're holding your fingers. The further you hold it out, the closer you hold it in, will give you more or less length. And we're just going to focus again today in the transition area. So from the side, from the block, we have less weight in here, but because of the way that it was cut, we now have controlled length and weight to flow it back. So cross graduation, going diagonal forward. Again, shifting the weight in the direction that we want to, so the desired outcome would be a forward facing hairstyle. Same idea. The hair is going to be shifted in the direction that we want to control the weight. It's going to be slightly elevated from the block graduation. And then we're going to comb the hair in the direction that we want it cut. My comb will match the angle of the hair, my fingers will match the comb, and my shears will match my fingers. So again, when the hair is combed straight down, we have slight weight line in here, not as heavy as the block. And because we were shifting the hair in the direction that we were cutting it with the desired length and weight, when they go to wear it forward, it will maintain the shape because of the length we have, and it will sit real nice. So between block, keeping the hair as full as possible, cross graduation, maintaining length and weight by shifting the hair in the direction that we're going to cut it, and then last but not least, we have a vertical graduation, which as we're holding the hair at a higher elevation, and we're cutting the hair. We're not shifting it in the direction, we're just holding it up. So out of the three, this will reduce the most weight and length. This is typically what you will see in the barbershop happening, creating a vertical cut. It will create more of a seamless transition and a tighter, boxier outcome for the client. So again, those are the three types of graduation. We have 4 different hand positions. Again, because when we're doing the cross graduation, we can go diagonal back or we can go diagonal forward. To maintain the most length and weight, you're gonna go with a block graduation. For directional, you're gonna go with a diagonal back or a diagonal forward. And to reduce the most length and weight for a seamless transition, we're gonna go vertical. These are really, these are fun to mess around with on a mannequin head. See what type of outcome you can get from your hand position. Before jumping on live model, I would practice the hand positions and your cutting position to get that out of the way first, so then you can really focus on the hair and the desired outcome that you're looking for. So if you're just starting out messing around with these graduations or haven't done them before, then I highly suggest practicing the hand positions and getting your scissors involved on a mannequin before jumping to a live model. Guys, thank you for your time today. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, like and subscribe. We're here for you. And until next Monday, have a good one.